Hello, my name's Sam Wylie. I'm the founder of Windlestone Education and the teacher of the Finance Education for Investments course. So my investments course, which is for private investors like you, is to give you the feeling and the actuality of empowerment in your investing and to get you to much better financial outcomes. So many people feel disempowered in their investing, even though they feel highly empowered in other parts of their life. They feel like there's something big about investing that they don't know about. They feel like they don't know who to trust in their investing or where to go to get good sources of information. They feel like they haven't achieved traction in their investing. They haven't been able to make the choices that they need to move forward. And they haven't been able to unwind bad decisions that they might have made in the past. So to get you to a high level of empowerment in investing, we go to all the different parts of investing and show you what they are comprehensively. I show you who the different providers of advice are: financial advisors, mortgage brokers, insurance brokers, accountants, banks, superannuation funds, etc. And I give you an investment process that gives you traction in making choices and to move forward with your investing. Now, to deliver on that promise of empowerment and getting to much better financial outcomes in your investing, the course has got three big parts. So it's got investment process, it's got knowledge, it's got a 10-step program to bring you up to speed in your investing so you can carry it forward after the course is finished. Investment process, knowledge, the 10-step process of self-examination of your investing. So in the investment process, it starts with the setting of goals. You need to have goals that are very vivid in your mind in order to move towards them. And most people have never written down what their financial goals are. And then you need to make choices to move towards those goals. And the most important choices are of three kinds. First of all, you need to decide what you're going to invest in. Is it going to be Australian shares or global shares? Is it going to be fixed income, meaning bonds? Is it going to be residential real estate or commercial real estate? Is it going to be infrastructure? Is it going to be private equity? Is it going to be cash, etc.? Maybe you don't know what some of those things are, but we go deep with knowledge in the course. So choices about where to put your money in terms of what to invest in, and then where to hold the money in, or what structures to hold the money in. Do I want my money in superannuation? Or do I want it in a family trust? Or do I want it in neither of those things, to be held directly, such as people hold investment properties in negative gearing directly? In superannuation, do I want a self-managed super fund? Or do I want an industry fund? Do I want a retail fund? Do I want a government or corporate fund? In a family trust, and we talk about family trusts in some detail because they do have great benefits, do I need to have a corporate beneficiary, sometimes called a bucket company, etc.? So what should I invest in? What kind of structures, let's say, should I put my money in superannuation and family trusts to hold it directly? And then I need to manage risk. So do we need to have more risk by borrowing to invest? And how to manage the risk that we bring in through insurance, of course, but other ways as well. So where to put the money, what to hold the money in, how to manage risk. They're the really key choices that are made in the investment process. And then, of course, you need to implement those choices. It's not enough to think about them or for me to describe them in the course. You need to actually implement them to get to much better outcomes. And that takes a lot of knowledge. And so knowledge is the second thing. And in knowledge, we really go deep on understanding those different types of investments: shares and property and infrastructure and private equity and cash and the like. And then we talk a lot about products. So just for instance, because there's very many products, just for instance, managed funds, listed investment companies, exchange-traded funds, bank loans and mortgages, insurance products, etc. And then we talk about the different participants in the market. As I was saying before, you need to understand at a deeper level where financial advisors are coming from and whether you need a financial advisor, about mortgage brokers and what their incentives are and how they might differ from yours, and to be able to manage any conflicts of interest. Same with insurance brokers, same with accountants, same with banks, same with superannuation funds. We need you to understand where they're coming from so you can have a better conversation with them, control any conflicts of interest, really get what you want from that potential advice. And then we need to explain the rules of the game in terms of tax rules, as well as how those different structures, go deeper in understanding those different structures, superannuation and family trusts and direct ownership that I was talking about before. So a lot of knowledge. In our investment process, we need the setting of goals, we need the making of choices, we need the implementing of choices, and that takes a lot of knowledge. Then the third thing, and crucially important, is bringing you up to speed in investing. So we go through a 10-step process. Week by week, I get you to work through the 10 steps that bring you up to speed on your investing and to carry that forward into the future. As I said before, this is not a theoretical exercise. This is us really changing the way that you invest to get to empowerment and to better outcomes. So we need to bring you up to speed, and the 10-step process, 10-step program of working out what's right and what's wrong about your investing at the moment and fixing what's wrong, that's the third part. So process, knowledge, our 10-step program. So a little bit about me. I've been a teacher and an academic and an industry consultant for 30 years now. I studied at the ANU and I taught at ANU, went to London and did my PhD, and then we moved to the United States, and I was a professor in the finance faculty at Dartmouth University, which is an Ivy League university in New Hampshire. Then in 2004, back to Australia to be a principal fellow at the Melbourne Business School. And so I've taught a great number of MBA courses. The students at Melbourne Business School have voted me a Teaching Excellence Award 12 times, more than anyone else has won Teaching Excellence Awards. I know it's highly immodest to say that, but I think it works in this particular context. I've worked with a great number of companies as an advisor over time in Australia, in the UK, in the US, with Citigroup, with Merrill Lynch, with ANZ, with National Australia Bank, with Aussie Super, with UOB, which is a big bank in Singapore, with BHP, with many, many companies. So I have a great deal of experience as an academic, as a teacher, as an industry consultant. So the course is comprehensive, but it's not overwhelming. It's data-driven, but it's not mathematical. It's highly practical rather than theoretical. If you haven't studied any maths since you were in high school, don't worry about it. You'll be perfectly fine. It's everything you need for tomorrow as well as today. It's education and it's not financial advice. Now, it takes an amount of commitment from you. We really do want to elevate you a great deal here to get to empowerment and to get to better financial outcomes. But it's enjoyable. It takes a bit of effort, but people really enjoy it. It's surprising how many times people have said to me that was learning about investing, which I thought was going to be very dry, actually turned out to be so interesting. And when are you going to teach part 2 of your course? Well, we're on to part 1 at the moment. If you'd like more information, or if you'd like to enrol in the course, then please come to windlestone.com.au, and I hope to see you in the course soon. Thank you.